Okay. Grand Rising. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, August the 6th. And today we have literally no news today. Or not that important, that is. Crude oil inventories. So if you're trading oil in about an hour at 10:30, the bond auction might be a little bit interesting for yields, and then just some Fed speak later in the day. So no volatility injection, which gives me which makes me think that there will be some headline risk with like a Trump comment or a tweet. I could see that playing out. So we don't need to worry about any news. That means we could have a move right off the rip at the open. I'm already looking at trying to take this short, but it's already moved down 5 points. A fucking course. This stupid fucking game, I swear. Just wanted to sweep these highs into this little block. Take it down to this. This is on the ES. Take it down to this opening gap. We already filled this one on the downside. And then, as you'll note, if we bring up our current weekly profile, the high yesterday was made during London. We came up and did kind of the same thing. So the short for continuation happened here in London. So I'd expect a downside move here, but the thing is we are trading right at the anchored VWAP and the POC. So I mean, this is a chop zone where buyers, it's just going to be kind of back and forth. Yesterday we did build, if we look at our volume profiles, excuse me, still eating here. We did build a big node down here, and you can see it is acting as support right now around the 6334 level. So I need to get back below there, and then we could probably head down to the 6300 level. Nonetheless, we're also at the pivot VWAP and just chopping around the daily VWAP as well, the full session VWAP. So in a little chop area, but any little extension to the upside bodes well for a short opportunity. Also, yeah, we came back and retested the previous week value area low again after coming down. Another bearish retest. So yeah, I'm liking continuation off the bat to the downside. That being said, I don't want to chase it, and it's a bit annoying that it already I can't seem to get in rhythm right now. Like, alright, there's the bell. We're gonna want to check these gamma levels now that the market's open. Motherfucker, dude, I swear to fuck. It's exactly what I was looking for. I missed my entry by 2 ticks. The game is fucked up, man, I swear. SPY. Gamma flip at 63293. Big negative gamma at 625. Yeah, so 630 is positive. Not much on SPY to see, actually. So SPX gamma levels. Let's see. SPX gamma flip 626217, which is down in that down in the opening gap from weekly opening gap. Really the only next big gamma level is 50s up here. This not really anything, nothing. So not much there. Let's check out NASDAQ as well here. So like triple Qs. We'll see what they've got to say. Triple Qs. Gamma flip at 56335. Yeah, so take this high, which is about 23 basis points, and then back down into here, into this gap would be ideal. So maybe we will look at NASDAQ today a little bit more. Yeah, the previous week value area low retest. 15. This is our overnight high. Maybe an overnight high sweep here on the NASDAQ. And overnight low. Looks like this is what's gonna happen. And probably retest. What was this high? This high was yesterday afternoon. Previous month, previous quarter. Alright, coming up pretty aggressively here. We've got VWAP. Retracement We're at the 50. Yeah, this looks like a. This is gonna be a 618. So there's the overnight high sweep. So here's where it either just comes back in, or it decides, and then turns around, or decides to continue up into this high as well. Our gap is down here. And yeah, still seeing more downside pressure though. Yeah, this 20. So yeah, this is nice. Previous day equilibrium point is right at that high. So test about the 23,250s. As well as if we look at the daily. What is this one? Is the 20 SMA. Coming up and testing this pinch right here. So, but no, we're just gonna like continuously miss our entries by fucking starting to move down 60, 70 points. It's ridiculous. Monday's POC is at 23,260. It's already been hit. Gold grinding up, but it's starting to make a pretty similar little rollover top pattern here. Bitcoin really just ranging at the moment. We'll go through some of those. The market's slow this morning. Still about 7 minutes until we get our 15-minute opening range. So for now, just back and forth in between value. Nothing crazy. I would like to see this still move back up. I guess this did jump into the gap overnight, and we didn't on ES, but you know, I don't like that there's no wicks up here on these candles and all these high, like, just this is like a little mini range, and if it just would wick above here, that would be nice, but probably gonna come to this little point of origin. So really the only opportunity here is we get this kind of 15-minute closure, a bounce off this demand, and some retracement back into this swing to take it down, and then just mitigate our risks to down here. So now we're coming below VWAP. Yeah, just gotta remain patient here. Bitcoin, pretty nice bounce out of this off his anchored VWAP, and the swing that came out of the gap over here. daily. This is a nice fractal. I mean, this is just kind of like a pretty standard, you know, supply demand flip. We need to check the order flow a bit, but we came up into this fractal that took this low. We did reject off of it pretty well. So now just in a bit of a holding pattern here. Nothing crazy on Bitcoin. I'm not too... We got the full moon coming up this weekend, so I prefer, you know, one more swipe down into kind of the 110s and then move up this weekend. Not really interested. The short, I mean, there's a possible short right there, I guess, but not really interested in it at its current juncture. If we just take the volume from the overall high, that was the value area low, so nice rejection off there. Pretty solid candle as well. VWAP from that high up here. So I mean, it could, we had this like crazy trend line resistance here. So we had a bit of a channel going on. Let's see. I guess you could say from this point. Now we're at the bottom of this channel, trying to reclaim it. Oops. All right, 2 minutes until we actually get our opening range. Oh yeah, I forgot to highlight the overnight levels on ES. That would have been, so we've already swept. Oh shit, no. Would have been down here. Overnight low and overnight high. So still looking for all these highs to get swept. All right, our 15-minute opening range candle was a doji essentially after a liquidity sweep. So, and on the Nasdaq, it was a bit more bullish, coming down into this possible long out of here up into these highs. Let's see. Retest of 23,180. Too fucking late. Yeah, expect this to come take this high at 23,250. There it goes. God, fucking bug. See if there's any earnings today. I'm not entirely sure. We are in, earnings season right now, so today we have McDonald's, Disney, Uber, DoorDash, Airbnb, some energy companies. Not anything wild. Okay, let's see if we get a reaction up here. So far. Yeah. Yep. Wow. Well, this is one of those you wish you were marketed in. Sell. Bad fill. So Alright, so that's exactly what I was looking for, was a sweep of these highs into this block. Now let's see if we can get a move down, or if we're just gonna range. We're just gonna be range bound. So 63245. Low down here around 63155. And then ultimate target down here 6302. So whatever happened to NASDAQ here? Sasha Morgan, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Right now we're running a short here on ES, looking for this point of origin right here of this move for the first target, and then the overnight low, and ultimately this gap. The weekly opening gap is 6,300, so hopefully we can get some follow through here. It's been, all right, we just got a new 4-hour candle. This looks like a decent swing high here for me. 1, 2. Start for a third impulse here. Wave down. We filled this gap, or this imbalance here, nicely. That was about a, what was that? Yeah, retraced about 70%. So we'll see if this can hold up. Only thing is NASDAQ needs to hit its target too real quick, which is about 20 points from now. I'd like to possibly short this on NASDAQ as well if we get it. Run both of them. Of course, there's a nice move up. Whoops. All right, there's the NASDAQ. I'm gonna watch this one. Momentum starting to taper off here. Took that high from yesterday afternoon, coming up into this mitigation block, as well as the 618 retracement. So this is a level to watch out for sure. All right, come on, Ninja Trader, load. I need you to load here. My Ninja Trader is freezing up. There we go. So the disconcerting thing for shorting around here is that, so I was talking about in the pre-market, this volume node that we built up yesterday over here. After this sharp move down, we just chopped and made this is a pretty big volume node, and we decided to actually break above it and retest it here. So it looks like it's holding up for support for now. Okay, here's the NASDAQ. Ethereum's going up. Solana are moving as well. Oh, you fucking hate to see it. Okay. So we're flat now. Hey Sasha, what's going on? Grand Rising. Are you trading today? So that's a wash. Oops, forgive all my alarms. All right, here we go with the gamma levels. SPX making a new high. Maybe go retest the previous day open, the 6370s. And we've got this little, no, wrong asset. QQQ. We've got this kind of barcoding pattern that's about to start playing out, it seems like, in which we have kind of a range here to here. So now I'd be interested in this 6370 level as a target, but overnight high is in contention now. We'll see if the market liked these highs yesterday that were made overnight. Monday night, Tuesday morning. On the NASDAQ, we do have yesterday's value area high untapped at 23,322. It's not a bad level. Which would be in this consolidation here. One thing I was worried about with this downside continuation was even on ES as well, is that just all of these lows were swept, barely moved down below it, and then came back up. It was a good rejection here, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a bit more complex. Music. So, where'd my music go? So if ES does not take the overnight high here, then this current day value area high, if we retest around the 43 level here, possible long entry. We've got VWAP down there. Yeah, I'd want to see like this. Something like that. Six 343.5. Market's moving pretty fast right now, which is good. Seconds. We'll see if it reacts here or not. I'm not that crazy about it. Because the Nasdaq did come back down. But the market did have a hard time going down this morning. Actually built up some consolidation here, so will this be a launching point? That's a question. Nope, no reaction. Yep. Not from there at least. Not interested in that. Oh, this is gonna be a nasty 15-minute close here on the Nasdaq. 15-minute on. Yes, pretty similar scenario. But still, it's just an overnight high retest. Take it to the other side of the range. 2325, 1.75. We are now back inside the overnight high. So our overnight range, here to here. Yeah, that was a perfect reaction off that gamma flip. For QQQ, that is. The triple Qs. We can update that. I should have listened to my plan a bit more. We're now sitting on it. Let's see if yeah, oh wow, Apple's up a ton today. Nvidia, Tesla, all of them had good moves out the gate. The stock heat map though for the S&P 500 is pretty red. Nasdaq, yeah, Apple's up 3.8%. Looks like Apple's kind of moving the market this morning. So let's watch what Apple does. Looks like it's hitting a pretty solid resistance zone though. It's retesting its earnings candle. And now we're moving slow again. Awesome. Yeah, this is unfortunate when we just don't have news and no big earnings. It's just kind of a slop fest here. I mean, obviously there's lots of opportunities here, but if you were just to look at it like this, you'd be like, that doesn't look too fun. There's that VWAP. Sitting at VWAP. VWAP is still a little bit lower for our Nasdaq buddy. It's not really the nicest high here either. Looks like my camera froze.